Hello everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. As the title suggests, I am so behind. I have not been playing. I have been an adventurous boy, going to conventions and working overtime every day. And not even logging in. Well, I log in a little. But I am so behind, I haven't farmed this event at all. I still gotta get so much stuff. And I kind of have to force myself to do it, or else I will just go play a different game. So, here I am. I gotta check and see if my accessories are at least correct. Shame on me. What do we got here? That's a Vanguard. How do I change accessories? Inventory. It's not there either. Equip. Layasha Misashi. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you start with the Jubei one. Hey Ron, how you doing? I'm off today. It's a glorious day. Vacation begins. So I'm way behind. And I gotta farm this. I have not farmed it. Ever. I do not have the greed recipe, and I'm like, I have to get that greed recipe. I know I told everyone to get the greed recipe, but nobody told me to get the greed recipe. That's the problem. Oh no. You've been stuck on Genshin, you still haven't got... Wait, did I just double kill the head? That was cool. She's been playing Genshin for a while, yeah. I heard they got some more content. There's a new update coming sooner or later with Fontaine. That's gonna be fun. That's right, how do I change my accessories? That's right. Well, every game's menus are different, right? Some games I've been playing, you just hit triangle, you open the menu. At least I can do perfectly timed attacks. You're not stuck, but yeah, you've been playing it? Yeah. I get you. What is that? Star Touch. Oh. I gotta get used to the sensitivity. What is all this stuff? Okay, cool. I don't know how many drops I need, but I know I need a couple thousand. This exchange shop is barren. I need, okay, 1,500 for that. Let's get that thing going. How do I forget anything? It's very easy. I was playing a computer game all day that was all mouse. So I'm like, oh, buttons. Huh. Yeah, on Xbox. I played it. You'd be dancing, you'd be teleporting around the dungeon, crashing, and it was not playable on Xbox. Not to the degree that it's playable on PlayStation 5. Or PC. Or anything else. Maybe a smart fridge could run Onigiri better than Xbox. Maybe. I remember I got my Xbox out of spite, my Xbox Series X, out of spite to not being able to get a PS5, and I played it for a while. We used to play it a lot, and then I haven't touched it in months. Yeah. Oh, that didn't hit. I will admit though, some mornings, if I got up early enough, I would run this. I would run this a little bit before work. Sometimes. You haven't turned it on since you got the PS5? Yeah, I hear you there. Like, there was a time me and my friends were playing Halo Infinite, but then the devs just completely, like, just fucked up. Just couldn't do anything right. Except the campaign. The campaign was great. It was awesome. But, like, the devs just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Still don't. Makes you appreciate cyberstuff. And then I'll play the occasional Game Pass game or something like that. How to discard? No. Fuck. Have I not killed him yet? Okay, cool. I remember DC Universe. I played that a bit. Like, I wasn't deep into the game or anything, but I played it a bit. See, my problem right now with Oni is that they said we have this event for a month, and I'm like, I bet I'll see you in 3 weeks. Like, that's my problem with this. And it doesn't, like, I find Genshin as a game has ruined me with doing events, because Genshin's like, oh, here's an event, go play it day one. Okay, I played the Genshin event. 20 minutes later, you've done all the content for today. Come back in 2 more days to play the next part. And it's like, okay. And then you do that, and it's like, okay, great, you did it. Come back in 2 more days to do it again. Okay. I'm coming back. Alright, you did it. You did some good stuff. Alright, come back in 2 more days for the final part of this amazing event so you can get 20 primos. Okay. Anyway, and then it's the 5th day and you do it, and they give you like a little thing for your house. It's like a little piece of cow shit or something. It's like, here, put it in your teapot. Okay. Anyway, I because of Genshin, I've learned to just wait for the event to have everything released and then play it. Same thing with Honkai Star Rail, because they're doing the same shit. So when an event comes out, I really like don't care, unless it's like a daily thing. And then they put a daily thing in it, and I'm like, oh, how was I supposed to know? So Genshin's like event, Genshin's event process has dulled my event senses. Right, that's why we wait. Yeah, but the problem is that mentality is bleeding. That's why that mentality is bleeding into my Oni play. It's bleeding into my like Idol Hunters play, because I'm like, oh, there's an event. Okay, I have 20 days to do it. I'll see you in 15. Like, all right. Now, the only time where that is actually advised in Oni is summoning, is rolling the Neon Coral Pond. That is it, because current precedent for Oni is we get an event, 2 weeks later they add more stuff, then you have like the event for the last 2 weeks, and nothing ever goes away. Because like this event right now, they're like, here's Yagyu Jubei, okay, cool. And then 2 weeks later, like, here's a bunch of mags and sublimes, and it's like, okay, now that I know that everything's out, I'll make an informed decision. And it's just like, but they just like released like what, a 16 lineup of like fucking sublimes, and then a bunch of shitty blaze mags, and I'm like, this is fucking trash, like absolute garbage. I'm like, okay, whatever. But that's where patience really comes true in Oni, because Oni, you have like, 2 to 4 weeks to do any event. So you do not need to summon on the first day unless you have a gambling addiction. And then half the time, like I remember people are like, oh, I got this new Vanguard Oro, and I'm like, who'd you get? They're like, it's Ono no Komachi. I'm like, that's great. And they're like, yeah, they just came out and I got them. I can't wait to use them. So I'm like, wait, you got all 5 without testing them at 1 or in the test dungeon? Yeah! That's some great decision making, sir. I hope you enjoy your singer. That's fantastic. I'm glad you kept the lights on. Because it's just, that approach is just, like, it's like hype pulling versus actually like, oh, this character's great. Like Yagyu Jubei, I tested her out and played with her for like 2 hours before I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a scroll. I think. Like, and it was just one scroll because I had Eurozis. I'm like, sure, I'll get one. Like, she's definitely top tier. Absolutely fantastic Vanguard. But some of them are just... You never know these days. They release like 2 or 3 good ones, and then they just release like... something that's just not as good as other things. And you're like, Oh. But I must say, this week I went out for all-you-can-eat wings like twice, and I'm very content. Me and my friends, like 5 of us, went out last Sunday, I think, and we, like, it was around Canada Day. Yeah, right after Canada Day. And we went to like an all-you-can-eat wing place. We were there for like probably 2.5 hours just eating wings. Like, it was fantastic. Like, we ate so much that our servers like, can you guys like pay now? Because I have to go and my bosses want me to leave. And we're like, okay. And then we thought that they were gonna bring out like a different server to like continue our order. But because we already paid, nobody came to our table because they knew that no matter what they did at our table, they weren't going to get a tip because we already paid. So nobody came to visit us, and we just like finished our plates, and we're like, well, fuck eating more, I guess. Like, but then we like went and had like ice cream, like frozen yogurt, and then we watched like a bunch of anime and stuff, so that was great. So I've been watching a lot of anime. My friend's been coming over, and we're just like watching animes, and because he watches a lot more than me, so he's showing them to me, and they're actually like really fun, really good. Watched 2. Like, I don't watch a lot of anime anymore, but we watched one that's still going. Like, we're watching the dub because we enjoy dubs, and what was it? It's something like A World Without Gods or something. A Goddess in a World Without Gods. And that one's really funny. Like, really, really funny. They did some, like, rotoscope scuffed animation, and it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's really fun. And then we're watching some other one where it's like a guy goes to an island and it's filled with, like, gods. And they're trying to, like, find this elixir of immortality. And it's pretty good. We just watched, like, I think episode 11 last night. Whoa, I gotta restore energy for this? Hold on. Am I gonna play Tower of Fantasy when it comes out? I give it a shot. I can't make any promises. There's too much stuff I'm playing, and there's even more stuff that I want to play. Like, I find it doesn't, like, unless you have, like, exuberant amounts of, like, time and or money or both, like, playing multiple, like, free-to-play games or, like, gacha games or, like, MMOs or whatever is, like, a really bad decision. Because, like, I do the Oni, and I played Genshin, and Genshin hasn't seen any of my wallet in a long time. Because Star Rail came out, and I like Star Rail more so than Genshin. Because it does everything that Genshin don't. But it also, like, does things right, and it's not, like, super bullshit sometimes. But yeah, like as the guy was saying, like Genshin's like it's just puzzles, 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 and you want to like do stuff, and then you realize, well, if I get a new character, is this gonna help me do puzzles? Like, what the fuck? Like and then Genshin's like, oh, we're not making anything harder in the Spiral Abyss, and it's like, so I don't need to get any more characters? Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna go after waifus. Okay, you do that. Only got Daya in like fucking 12 months. Like, fuck. Like, I don't mind puzzles when you find them out in the wild or you're doing one of those little domains. Like, that's fun. But when you're doing it constantly, oh, like I don't like all the Sumeru puzzles. Like I'm still running around Sumeru. Like I have so much Genshin content that I have not touched worth of story that like I only ever touch story when I need it. If I have a character that needs an ascension material that I have to go find some new boss, that is the only time I ever do story. Yeah. Drain a lake. I didn't mind. I liked Inazuma. I really enjoyed Inazuma, actually. Like, thinking back to it, like, Leeway was pretty simple, Mondstadt was fun, but I really enjoyed Inazuma's stuff. And then Sumeru, I find there's too much shit in Sumeru. Like, the problem with Sumeru is that they're like, look at all this stuff. You need Dendro and an archer to do it. And it's like, listen, I don't run around with an archer on my team all the time, let alone Dendro or fire. Like, I don't want to do that all the time. Like, that's what I don't like in Sumeru is I find that, like, the team I want to use versus what they want me to use is always fucking different. And it's just, I don't know. And then there's, like, the desert. And it's like, whatever. What am I doing? I need to get more drops. Oh, I have LTDs. Oh, my God. Look at LTD's nuts. Hey, Divinity, how you been? You feel like Inazuma was the best region? Like, I enjoyed the aspect of Inazuma. Like, because we go to Inazuma and culturally, it's different. Like, people aren't allowed to use visions. Like, people are on the run. Like, everyone, it's like poverty and feudal Japan-y and like all that stuff. So like, you know, if you like Oni, you're gonna like Inazuma. And then you get Sumeru and it's just all like, I don't even know what's happening in Sumeru. I've never done a story quest in Inazuma or Sumeru ever. Ever. I've not done nothing. Anything in that place. But also, like, why hasn't AR gone up? Like, why is AR still 60? As, like, benign as it is, that it has zero effect on the gameplay, like, I like getting AR levels. I enjoy that. Like, why haven't they put that up? I could get beat up. Yeah, this is a Fire Dullahan from the Yagyu Jubei event. It's not like a perg or anything, but he might get perged. Personally, I would like to see Fire Dullahan, a dark Fire Dullahan sword. Like, imagine the same aura that's on the Dullahan sword we have now, or the Dullahan weapons, but instead of swirling darkness, it's that darkness and fire overlapping with each other and just swirling. Fuck, that'd be nice. Oh my god. Like, that would be just, it would be so clean to see that same like Vorpal Dark Tornado, but it being overlapped with like a same thing of fire, but it's like offset, so they're always in between each other. Oh my god. Or one moves faster than the other. Oh my god. That would be just really good. Yeah, that hurts. That's like 10,000 damage, guys. You're not able to play Oni. That's not good. They would never get 95% of players to hit AR60 because 95% of players don't play. Like, I've been AR60 for over a year now. Like, if not more. And it wasn't like wailing to do it. I would do like one primo restore like every day. And that was it. Like it wasn't like, oh, I need to grind it because, like, no. 95% of players that do play? Well, how do they gauge that? Like, fuck. How about this? How about this? 95% of players who spend have to be AR60. That's how we'll gauge it. 95% of players who spend. Because if... Well, I don't know. I feel like Genshin's at a point where nobody playing it needs to spend any money at all to play it. Like, if you're somebody who's just been, like, logging in every day and just whatever, doing your commissions, for this amount of time, like, you do not need to do anything. Like, if you've gotten at least one character of every element, you're good. And Denjo Traveler is great. Needless to say, like, I haven't logged into the game in probably, like, 3 weeks. If I log into it, I'm gonna get that, welcome back, player! No, I mean, trying to catch them all in Genshin is admirable. But it's like, how about trying to use them all, or build them all? Or, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think there would be a lot more hype for Genshin if they buffed old characters. Like, they have to say, like, okay, time has gone by. These characters you met at the start of your journey have been training. And they're better now. And they unlock, like, a 7th constellation or some bullshit. Like, because otherwise, new characters that come out should generally just be better, or whatever. But that's not always the case, but, like... And then if you've invested in one character, then why would you need another one? Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem Genshin ever had. And you just said it. It's Bennett. Bennett is... Like, I've hated Bennett since, like, day one. But he is probably the unhealthiest thing in the entire game. Like, for, like, creating stagnation. It's probably Bennett. It's like, here's a character that heals you, gives you power, like, has fire, which is, like, the best element, like, ever. And you just put him on your team. And he just makes everybody good. And it's like, you can just make your favorite characters good. Right. Yeah, you could say Mona as well, yeah. Because of her bubble. So, like... But here's the thing. So if Genshin goes out and says, okay, we're gonna power creep Bennett. So how do we do that? We're gonna make a character that does everything Bennett does, but better. So you're saying I can have two Bennetts? Wait. And that's literally like the scenario where they, like, literally on day one, they fuck themselves. Like, Bennett was a day one release character. Yeah. Like, they would release, like, a character equivalent of Bennett that does everything Bennett does, but better. Like, it's like, what's his name? Zinsho and, oh my god, Yelan. So, like, they do functionally the same thing, but the only difference is that Yelan's ultimate, like, doesn't affect certain attacks or something. Isn't there a difference between Yelan and Zinsho? Like, there's one fundamental... I'm trying to think about it. I know that they don't work with Dea. That's all I can think of is that, oh yeah, Dea's ultimate doesn't work. But there's like a difference between them. But even if there is or isn't, like, still, that you can now have two teams that do, like, Yelan and Zinsho's roles in your Spiral Abyss. Like, it's just, you can do the same thing twice. Because I know I like putting Yelan with Raiden Shogun and using their bursts together. Yeah. And then others will use, like, Zinsho with, like, Hu Tao or, I don't know, something else. But, like, functionally, there's two characters that do similarly the same thing, and you can have them on two separate teams. So then you're just, like, you're just set. You're good. You're great. You're fantastic. Yep, that's another true one too. That's another point about Genshin. That's right. Genshin did too well. It's absolutely true. They are in a state where you hear they are too big to fail. And it's because they know that they don't have to do anything to make money. Like, anything mechanically is what I mean. If they just make a pretty waifu or husbando or furry aberration or character at all, whatever, and they exist, people will summon until they get their gold shiny. Like, they don't care about... Like, I always want them to update the 4-star, like the 3-star weapons. They will never do it. Ever. It's like, these are the 3-star weapons. They're from Mondstadt. They're from 4 regions ago. Mondstadt and Liyue, these weapons. Where are the 3-star weapons from the other regions? Shouldn't they be added to the pool? Logically, yes. But realistically, what's the point? They're going to get their money anyway. No one gives a shit about the 3-star weapons. They're not going to make 3-star weapons that are better than 4-star weapons. Or 5-star weapons. No one cares. Like, they could just make every banner like Fischl, Bennett, Zinsho, and X 5-star, and people will wish on it. They don't care. They don't care. Like, it's like, oh great, oh great, oh great, yay. And honestly, if I were the devs, I would put Bennett on every single banner ever. I would put Bennett on every single banner. Does anyone know why? Why would you put Bennett on every single banner? What would they have to gain from this? Like, this is speaking if I was, like, MiHoYo, if I was HoYoverse or whatever, I would put Bennett on every banner. I'd be playing Honkai Star Rail, Bennett would show up. I wouldn't care. But specifically for Genshin. And the reason why is they're hoping somebody slips up and C6s that bastard. That's why. They're like, oh, I got a constellation. Wait, no. That's why you do it that way. You just hope that some way, somehow, they fuck up in the middle of the night and they C6 that boy. And the same thing with, like, Tartaglia. Like, Tartaglia has that one constellation that people don't like. And they're like, can we remove constellations? And they're like, nope. Like, And then the other part that doesn't make sense about Genshin is that fundamentally, like functionally, it has every aspect that a gacha competitive PvP kind of game should have. Like you have your, you know, your multiple weapon, like you have your multiple characters, you could have multiple copies of characters to power them up. You have new special weapons, and you could enhance those weapons with other things too. And you can pay to get better. And usually that's so that people can compete in competitions and get better prizes and get better times or whatever. Like there has to be some kind of aspect to it. But if there's not, if it's just your ability to beat the environment and you're paying for your ability to beat the environment and you don't get any like significant bonuses from beating the environment, whether it takes you 10 minutes or 5 minutes, well, you're paying to beat yourself. And you can beat yourself for free. Go into the woods and find a stick. Like that's what I don't get. So like Genshin has none of, like, no competitive aspect to it at all. And if you pay to get something or whatever, sure, you're beating the content. But people are beating the content without paying. So you're expediting it. Like you're bringing a motorcycle to a bike race. Like, it's pretty fun. I imagine you'd enjoy it once or twice. But the Genshin mod sandbox. And Genshin co-op is nigh non-existent because you can go to like someone's teapot, look at their world, you can go to their world with them, but you can't interact with like anything. People only go to other people's worlds so they can get more resources. Like that's it. You can't help someone do a puzzle unless you're talking to them or whatever. But yeah, I would say Genshin's a gacha single player experience. Like it's fun. It's fun to like go through the world and use the characters you like to do it. That's great. Story's great. It's fun. That's fantastic. But like there's no need to like buy anything in the game. Like ever. You just save your pulls, whatever. Get the character you want. Whatever. Which is like kind of like for a while I would focus only on getting the weapons. Because I'm like, I'd rather get the weapons because if a character comes out that I like aesthetically or want to use them, I want to give them the best weapon I have. Because you can give the best weapons to different characters. Like, to me, that was more important of an investment than getting characters. Like, I would sooner get more weapons than more constellations for characters. If I wanted to collect more characters. Like, if you wanted to collect more characters, you would just get 1 or 2 copies of a character and move on. but at least have powerful weapons to make every character you use strong. And it's a lot cheaper to like max out 5 weapons than it is to max out 5 characters. Because then you just get 1 copy of each character, and that's it. You already have weapons to give them. You can only have 4 characters at a time. Just swap them out. But like Oni's a completely different basket. You have to work together with your teammates in purgatories and yards and events. Like certain characters work together. Your goal should be able to your goal should be to be able to solo all the content in the game so that your investments matter. But you also have to like play with each other. Like it's completely apples and oranges. But yeah, Honkai does. I like the fact that you can try out your friends' characters in stuff, because if my friends want to whale and they get some like maxed out character with a maxed out weapon and maxed out this or that, great. I'll use it to farm the shit for my own character without having to get that character. Like, great. That's great. That's fantastic. But then, for the people that are whales, it's actually like, if they're just gonna have every character maxed out anyway, the feature's useless to them. They get no benefit. It's like, my friend also has a maxed out Sela. Great. I can't use it because I'm using my maxed out. Like, it's a great idea, but it's like, it only benefits the have-nots. It doesn't benefit the haves. It doesn't benefit havers. It lets you try out characters though, but you know, you could have a demo dungeon for that. Like, if Oni had that, somebody's on your friends list, you can use their Vanguard. Like, okay, yay. Oro, can I be your friend? Yeah, sure, use KG, go for it, have at it. That'd be fun. Like, if you had, like, a limit. Yeah. I'm still saving strong for Kafka. It would change Oni for the better. At this point in the game, I think it would kill Oni. Unless, of course, they put, like, a limit. Like, you can only use your friend's character, like, 3 times. Even then, that'd be great. If there was a limit, you could only use your friend's Vanguard 3 times. Like, a friend's Vanguard, not all of my Vanguards 3 times, or whatever. But if you could use a friend's character 3 times a day, it'd be like, okay, it's Leviathan Day. I'm gonna go use Oro's Honda to beat Leviathan. Okay, great. And then I would get, like, energy restores in like my present box or something. Or you'd get drops they get. Yeah. Not even energy stores. No, that'd be too good. Like, if they go and do something, like, whatever drops they pick up, you just get them. Like, that'd be sick. Like, you'd get, like, they did this dungeon here, you can have some of the drops from it. Like, okay. And they would just get sent to your present box. Like, your friend completed X dungeon. Here, have this, like, whatever. Like, that'd be great. Like, oh, they beat, like, Sleet 3 times. Here, take these marrows. Like, oh. Like, that'd be really cool. Cause okay. They just give you, like, money. We don't need money chests. Or imagine you pay, like, 10 OC to rent someone's character and they just get 10 OC. That'd be great. Would you like to rent your friend's Honda? Yes. I don't know what behind looks like. I don't know. Oh, I'm behind. What do you mean, how behind are you, Miguel? I've maybe logged in like 4 or 5 times this whole event. I went to my convention 2 weekends ago, and then there was no Onigiri being played. Lately, I play more Shadowverse than anything. Like, honestly, it's honestly one of the, like, the most free-to-play accessible games there is. Like, in terms of, like, card games and stuff. Because you can pretty much get everything for free so long as you play. And I mean everything. You only have to pay for, like, aesthetics. That's it. Like, oh, you want to make your card shiny? Okay. You want to buy a battle pass? Okay. Hey, Davey, how you doing? But I find I'm probably spending, like, because I can play it at work, I'm probably spending, like, 6 hours a day on it. Yeah. The first 3 is free, and then you get 10. Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, Davey, how you doing? I'm catching up on my Oni grind. I gotta get my greed recipe. I have to get Judgment Cross too. Like, I don't have to get Judgment Cross, but I feel like I should get Judgment Cross. Because I'm pretty sure I have like 1 or 2 Judgment Cross just sitting in my inventory. That I'm not sure about. Like, how many holy weapons can somebody have? Like, I have a Tensho with it. I have a Lucifer with it. I have... Like, I would have to have a spare for, like, something else. No, maintenance is not tonight. Maintenance is, I think, next week. Yeah. Yeah, maintenance is... They just had a maintenance last week. The maintenance would have been yesterday if we would have had it. Hey, Lucia, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Can you check inventory in a Vanguard? Cool. I think it doesn't start with a J. It starts with an O. For OJ. Have I seen what the next events are? No, I have no idea. Grey Harvester Sublime, that looks beautiful. I have like 2 decapitated screams. What? Okay. Well, I gotta open the door first. And the tree. That pulling out the headset doesn't do anything. I have to actually mute it. So if anyone said anything in the past 2 minutes, I missed it. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what event's coming. Yeah, I do have a Judgment Cross. I have a third one, I think. Yeah. I could get one more. But eventually, like, I can only have 4 weapons. And I only use 3 of them. No, what kind of events are coming? I have no idea. Come on. Oh, Incognito, Oda, and Ieyasu Summer. Rerun. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know that event. Wait, so we're not getting a new summer event? Really? That's a bit of a bummer. Is it gonna have, like, the Redux recipe in it? Like, come on. Like, I like this trend of us getting, like, a new mag every other event. A rerun? Who's that? 139. Nice. Okay, how are we doing for drops? I just been running. Oh boy. Oh, these only cost 100? Yeah, there's a bit of a pattern. I mean, they did just get that survey. I did say that, like, we're only gonna start seeing the effects of the survey after this summer event, because everything up to that point has already been planned. So we're only gonna start seeing, like, the aftermath of the survey, like August, September, like this fall to Christmas. Okay, this lineup, I wouldn't do more than your discounts if you wanted to roll it. Because I never really talked about it, but Rosary Strike is good. World Cleaver is good. What's this? Heaven Firefall? What's that? What is this? Heaven... What? That's not World Cleaver for Odachi. What? Swirling Torrent, yeah. Wind of the Trees, throw it for Calamitous Cannon. So wait, they only put one World Cleaver? They only put one world? I've never heard of Heaven Firefall ever. Is that the second one that's ass? Did they mix this up? Did they put, like, different ones in it? Because that was the original one. That was the original. That was the original. Frozen Thorn. And that was the original. That's weird. Then you have Dust Storm Blast, Blizzard Breath, Misty Massacre, Tornado Shot, Revolving Blast, Freezing Ice Blade, Lunge Step, Sun Searing. That's so weird. And it's 16 lineups, so that's like not worth investing in. And then what is this, Blaze Mags? That's worthless. Well, if you get a Deluge thing, that's fine. And Yagyu. Oh, I can. Oh, I'm using my SPs on Yagyu. Simple as that. Remember when SPs were good? I remember when SPs were good. You'd get Vanguards on them like more often than not. Now all we get is fish eyes. Woo. Laughably predictable. Like, it's just sad, really. Imagine if that was $20. Imagine. Fucking imagine. Ugh. So where is Kaguya? So I've never actually seen the Greed Mag. So what does it take? You need the Rakaraja, Yomi, and the Oblivion Ability Mag. Ash, Purple Glass, Grudge Pinion. Yeah, it's like, it's been like that. And the Vanguard, like, if you only want a Yagyu, it's in a 5 Vanguard lineup. And it's a lot of Vanguards I already got. I need a lot of organs. 5. Oh, it's only 5 organs. Okay. When's that? Saturday? Oh, I didn't do it last Saturday at all. So you know what? Horn Sculptures, 50 Teas of Eternal Night? Okay. Seedling of Calamity, Yokai Warfan, Daruma Risky, Inferno Stone, Darkstone, Aidama. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. Like, if Oni had some biddies that weren't Yorozu, like, every 5 pull should be, like, I don't want to say a gold or higher, because then you're just going to keep getting, like, Sanzo. But, no. If you do a 5 pull with paid OC, if you do paid OC pulls, you should be getting, like, at least 1 gold or higher every 5 pull. And then in 50 summons, you get a platinum. Wait. 50 summons is a lot. 25 summons, you get a platinum. Make it 30. They would do 30. So Ragaraja. That's right there too. Do you need 2 Ash Glass Marbles? Huh. Weird. Tycoon Mag. I think you craft that. And then the Saiha. You need all that other stuff. I'm pretty good for all that stuff, except for Pale Scales. That's not too bad. Okay. I think Scales are in the event. Let me see. Oh, more cudgels. Great. are they 35? Let's see here. Okay, so I got that. So what next do I gotta get? One more SP ticket, the hat and the earrings. That's 5. Oh. They don't give Transcendence anymore. I would like to get these mag items. Mag powder. What survey changes might we see after summer? That could be anything. Because there were so many different surveys. I did my survey and everyone else had their own survey. So I can't say what we would see, but more so I'm saying that whatever was in those surveys and whatever is taken into consideration, we will only see those suggestions, if any at all, start to come through after this summer event. Because everything else would have been already worked on and set in motion and pre-prepared up to that point. So, like, I think we've been getting some quality of life stuff. Like, I think a lot of people did say they enjoyed the laps thing, because now we're getting laps on every event. We're getting laps on every event. We're getting the laps. So, they know we like that. Was fixing Blaze Mag in my survey? No. It wasn't. Like, I am 100% okay with Cyberstep releasing something that I do not give a fuck about. Okay? Like, if they want to keep making Blaze Mags, they can do that. That's great. That means I get to look at an event and be like, oh, great. I don't need any of this stuff. But if every single event they bring out Lion's Skull 2, Lion's Skull EX, Lion's Skull Fuck, whatever, like if they bring out really, really good ornamentations all the time and they're always power creep, I'll be like, well, maybe I'll do a 5 pull and call it a day. Like I'll do the discounts and that's it. But if they do it all the time, then you just skip. Then you just wait every second one because the next one's going to be better. Like they can't be consistent on it. Like they can keep making Blaze Mags but the ornaments have to be good. They did fix all the ornaments so that you do get attack percent on them. That was god tier when they did that. Like it guarantees you to always get the attack percent roll because you're paying for something and not getting the roll you want is just kind of ass. So that was good. But yeah, like trolling aside, like I don't care what they do to the Blaze Mag. Like I wish they would look at the Blaze Mag and realize it's ass. Like, if they wanted to make a Blaze Mag that I would 100% pull for, even if it was an 8 out of 8 banner, whatever, like 1 out of 8, and it was like 1 for spear, 1 for bow, 1 for sword, whatever, if they just made a mag that was 10 chakra and had 5 ornamentation slots, I would get it. That's what I would do. I just see that red number on my Ryu chest. Like, huh? Can't have any more. So I gotta get this scrap. That'll put me down 2,000. Oh fuck. There are some marrows, wings too. There's a lot of the stuff I'd like to get, but man. But I must say I'm very proud of myself in Star Rail. Oh, I have to hit him. His head's not calling me. Oh no. I'm proud of myself because I've only spent like maybe like 100 on it. And that was like with a goal in mind. It wasn't just for, oh, what do I get? It was literally, I want this one card for the character I use. And that was it. I wanted this good night card. Because I looked at it, I'm like, this is the best card. And I rolled and I maxed it out and I got Sila's weapon and I'm like, that's great. You still haven't tried it? Well, it's coming to console probably the end of the summer. But it's really fun. There are a couple things I would want to see improved in it. Like, I really want there to be a guard button in the game, or like a guard option. Because I've never played a turn-based RPG where you just can't guard. Like, they have characters that your options are attack or pay a skill point to attack. And it's like, I don't, and they have enemies that are like, if you attack me, I will hurt you. And I think that is the game's biggest weakness, is the lack of options you have. Like, you're not allowed to pass turn on a character, you're not allowed to attack, you're not allowed to use items. The game has consumables, but they can only be used outside of battle. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. That is my only like big gripe with the gameplay of it, is that there's no pass turn and there's no like block. Because it's a speed-based game. So you'd think, oh, if I just like wait, my speed will go up, but it'll take me like less time to go again, and I can just like save a skill point or not attack. Like, to me, that is the one thing mechanically the game needs. But you mentioned E6 Kefka, and like, I don't even want a character to have, like, to necessarily give them shield. I just want them to, like, get 50% damage reduction when they block. That's all I want. Is like, oh, shit. I don't want to attack right now. Let me just guard. Just give me some damage reduction and let me pass turn. Because, like, they've put other things in the game. It's like, if you hit me, I will hurt you. And it's like, I have no choice. And it's like, okay, guess I'll, like, you have no choice. It's like if your opponent, well, no, the Fire MC has to block with E. Like, you have to block with your skill. You can't just, like, you don't have the option to not hit anything if you don't want to use a skill point. I would be a huge advocate for the game having a third button. Or I even want them to have, like, moves that takes 2 skill points that are just really good. Like, things that are the, like, I would love it if characters could use their out of battle technique in battle for 2 skill points. Like, or something similar. Like, if Sampo could throw his smoke bomb as a single wind attack that hits everybody and lowers their speed, that would be great. That would be awesome. Like, that would be fantastic. Or if you use, like, I don't use that many characters, so if you use, like, Jin Yuan, maybe if he would give, like, 4 charges to his attack, or 5 charges to his guy, but he doesn't do anything. Like, you don't do damage that turn, but you get more charges on your I don't know what the fuck it's called, thing. That'd be great. Like, I guess that's my only problem with Honkai, is that at least I find the game's getting a little shallow in options. Like, when you're doing, like, Simulated Universe, yeah, you get all these extra cards and these extra abilities and these, like, stuff. Like, it's fun, you get them, but we've seen them, like, every week, 2 or 3 times a week, you see all the cards. Like, I just feel like, I like the characters, like, when I look at Honkai, I don't like a lot of the characters in the game. I don't. Like, I like the ones I like, and, like, that's it. Like, I was trying to look, like, when the game first came out, my friend was like, well, what character do you want? Like, what character do you want to save for? Like, what character do you really want to have? And I honestly looked at every character that was, like, had a portrait or something, and I did not like any of them. Like, I was not like, oh my god, I want this character. Like, I didn't have, like, a Rosaria effect with the game. Like, I didn't be like, oh, who's that? I really want them. Like, I didn't have that with Honkai Star Rail at all. Like, I had to, like, come back. Like, it was literally like, I didn't care for Kefka at the start of the game because I didn't really like her eyes. Like, I just didn't care for her at all. At all. And then after looking at everything else, I was like, oh, she's the best they have. And Ruin Mei. I like Ruin Mei. Like, that's it. That was like me looking at the whole roster. I was like, oh, I see this character, Ruin Mei. She's in a card. She's got brown hair. She looks nice. I like her. And then I looked at, like, there's nothing in the foreseeable future that I like. Oh, okay. Guess I'm getting Kefka. And that was it. And then, on my Twitter, someone I really like and have followed for years said that she was the voice actress for another character. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting this character. Simple as that. Great. Fantastic. Just because she's voiced by Emily, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go get this one. I did that in Fire Emblem when my character was voiced by Emily. I'm like, great. I like her. I'd like to support her things. But apart from that, I'm like, I don't know. They just don't share my aesthetic. Except for Natasha. Natasha was the first character I saw that was like, oh, this is a character for me. And then I had Natasha, and I'm like, great, I have Natasha. That's fantastic. But since, like, Kefka has grown on me, so I like Kefka. Love Sampo. I like Natasha a lot. And then I'm gonna get, like, Ruin Mei and Jui Louie, or whatever her name is. And that's like it. I like Serval too. Serval's actually really cool. Yeah, like, I like Jing Louis by proxy of that it's Amelie. Character and lore-wise, I have no opinions on the character. Like, I think she looks good. Yeah, Serval, like, they advertised the game with Serval on, like, Facebook and stuff. And then they give you a free Serval, and I'm like, oh, okay, so there, that goes that. And then I got Jing Yuan because I liked him mechanically. I liked the thing about his prana, whatever it's called. Like, I liked that, how that works. I like the idea that you can just play the game and then something else comes out and helps you. Like, I like that. Like, if I could have a whole team of just that guy in different colors and everyone does their attacks and then, like, I keep getting assists, that's great. That I would love that. That is the kind of passive-aggressive gameplay I desire. Like, I love DOT. I love DOT in games. I love it. I crave it. I wish Oni had DOT. So, Himiko was another big waifu character. Like, Himiko is nice. Problem is, I got Himiko in my first 11 summons. So, and then I kept getting her. I've gotten 3 Himikos. Like, I got Himiko going for Sela. I got Himiko on the regular banner. Like, my Himiko is C2? E3? Whatever? E2? And I'm, like, light spender AF. So, I actually did buy a little keychain for her at my convention. Like, I like Himiko. And I used her forever. But, functionally, the main character, the Trailblazer, is like a better fire character. Like, she just does what Himiko does, but better, and fulfills a role. Himiko's like, I'm an AoE DPS, but not really, and I can burn people, but not really. And, like, I wish they treated Himiko as good as they did Sampo. To me, Sampo's the best character. Like, I enjoy him mechanically. I always enjoy, like, just the way he works is just so good. Because he is, like, both multi-hit and single target. Because if you kill all the enemies, his multi-hit just hits the same guy, like, 5 times. It's genius. It's the best designed thing I've ever seen in the game. Like, nobody else has that. Like, Jinwan, if characters had it so that when they use an AoE attack, if there's only one enemy, it would hit that enemy, like, 2 to 3 times, that'd be great. But no, you use their AoE moves when there's no AoE, and it's just that. It's just single target, but now you cost yourself a skill point. Like, it doesn't do you any benefit, like, at all. And, like, by design, single target characters, unless the opponent is constantly spawning add-ons, are just better, because you'll just single target something 5 times or 4 times, kill it, move on to the next one, and then the next one, and then it's a one-on-one fight, and your single target is now optimal, as it was when the fight started. Unless, of course, your attack, like, yeah, like, which is also a problem, that Jinyan's regular attack should generate points towards his thing. The fact that it doesn't is ass. Like, I complained about him in that survey. And their survey was like, what? You think he's not good? And I'm like, well, he's good. It's just mechanically it could be a lot fucking better. He's a skill point hog, and I don't like this. Like, the Trailblazer's like, yeah, my normal attack is my skill after blocking hits. That's fantastic. I love it. And I think Julie Louie or Jing Luo or whatever her name is, like, you do a bunch of stuff and then it changes her attacks. Like, that's fun. That's cool. Whatever. But I feel like the game is going to suffer the same thing that happened to Genshin when Ganyu was added. which they've never rectified ever. Ganyu gets added. Ganyu can charge her bow. It's a really cool concept. Can anyone else charge their bow? No. No one can. I'm pretty sure if you were smart, you could make other characters with bows charge their bows. No, we're not doing that. Like, they never go back and, like, apply new mechanical features to old characters. It'd be like playing a fighting game and then they, like, make a DLC character or a 2, but every character that was in vanilla, like in the first game they only had 2 attack buttons, and then in the third game they had like 3 characters and there's a 3rd attack button. Yeah, the double charge, yeah. And then like all the old characters, they don't give them inputs for the other buttons. Like, it's just, what? Like, they're not, I don't know. Like, I've always felt it's like, this is a really cool concept. Every character should be able to do this, like, with a bow. Like, that would be fun. It also bothers me that L2 is only used on bow characters in Genshin. It makes no sense. L2 is, like, one of your main buttons on a controller, and for 90% of the cast, it does nothing. Which is bad game design. Like, most people are like, well, if they can't, like, aim with a bow, shouldn't that be guard? I don't think bow characters should be able to guard. And it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. And they're like, what does the L1 button do? Fucking nothing. Or L2, nothing. That's always bothered me in Genshin. But it's more so, like, the mentality of not going back and changing old characters. Ever. Like, Oni does that. Oni gives you 150s. They give you swimsuits that add new attacks. They give you outfits that add new attacks. Sometimes they just add new attacks because, oh, Wolf King Kaguya only had like 3 Ogis? Here, we're gonna give you a fucking missile. Go for it. It does make her unique, but at the same time it also invalidates other characters. But the thing is, like, while she's unique, why can't they just make another character that does something similar of a different element? Like, why isn't there a fire one that makes a little, like, fire rain attack or explosion or something when you charge it? Like, it doesn't, like, she can have it and be ice, that's fine, but, like, they, and in Genshin, the characters that have tap skill and hold skill, to me, everybody should have tap skill and hold skill. That is a huge slap in the face when I play the game. Because I'll pick up a character and like, oh, they don't have a hold version of their special or their skill. That's really lame. No. Venti, they just have a charge shot. It doesn't, like, overcharge, like... Yeah, Tartaglia adds the mark effect. I don't know if Venti shoots multiple arrows. I know the last shot of his auto combo shoots 2 arrows. But no one's using Venti's auto combo ever. I know Yelan has the snapshot, like if you haven't attacked in a while, your next one's gonna be like the special spiral thing. That's another thing too, like mechanics that are locked behind constellations is a big no-no. That I don't like. Like, I think it's fine for them to be locked behind leveling up your talents, but like constellations, in my opinion, should be like you get a bit more energy off this, you do more damage, you gain more fire, you gain more attack speed. Like, yeah, I did. I don't even remember what C2 Albedo was. Isn't it like it now scales off defense or something? Wasn't it something stupid like that? I know I got mad at his C6 because that thing is the most garbage, like, bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, like, and I'm speaking entirely for 5-star characters when I say this. I'm not speaking about 4-star characters. Because 4-star characters, in my opinion, a 4-star character is a 5-star character before they remove everything special about them and turn them into constellations. 5-star characters should be 5-star characters that only get better with constellations, but can do everything they're supposed to do. 4-star characters are like, okay, here's your kit, some assembly required, basically. That's how I feel about 4 stars. You got a 4-star, great, some assembly required. 5 stars should just work. They should have everything they're supposed to do, and it only gets better with constellations. Lowering your cooldown, increasing energy regeneration, just increasing values. That's all that should happen off of constellations of a character. Not, here's some whole new abilities that revolutionize the character that some would argue the character is incomplete without. Because then it's like, are you just selling me an incomplete product? Oh, okay, then I'm not buying it. Like, that's the point I feel with constellations. Because, like, you have characters like Noelle. If you get 7 Noelles, her ultimate scales off your defense. It's like, okay, sure. It's a 4-star. I don't care. Yes, C1 should be... That's right. If there is to be anything, it should be C1 and no more. C1 and no more, because C1 is manageable. If you, like, what was a character that needed to be like C4 to be fucking good? Like, there was some characters that needed C4 or 5 or something. I don't remember who, because I don't get a lot of the characters, but I remember there being some characters that this character's ass unless you go to like Constellation X. And it's like, why? If they're, like, to me, if a character's not good at 0, they're not good at all, period. Unless you're, like, unless they're like Waifu or Husbando, and you just want them. Which, the biggest example is Dea. Dea is Waifu, like, you just get her. Because, that's what I did. I got her because I liked her as a character, and aesthetically, and I wanted to run around the world as her. Like, I don't care if she's ass or not, whatever. But, like, under normal circumstances, if it's just a character and you need, like, 2 constellations for them to be good, then, in my opinion, they're not good. they're not a good character. Because I think they did that to Kafka, didn't they? They took away... She had some constellation she needed, and they, like, added it to her normal kit or something. I think I heard that's happened since the beta. Like, there was some... People were saying, oh yeah, you gotta get to, like, E2, or, like, for her to get some super effect, and then I heard someone mention that they've shifted the E2 to just a regular talent. Or something like that. Dun, 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 dun. I am not used to streaming. My throat is so dry. Oh my god. Gonna get some water. Let's go see. I also have no idea how they expect you to max out a character's talents in Honkai. You got T by accident? Wishing for someone else? Who's T? Honestly, that's the way I want to play. That's the only way I want to get 5 stars in Genshin games. Is I want a 4-star, and I want to summon for that 4-star. And if I get a 5-star trying to get the 4-star, great. Like, that was my mentality in Genshin. You're at 5k purge measures? You want to go for the weapon? Impressive. Most people don't go after the Lucifer these days. I say that, but it's come around like 4 or 5 times. People have a lot of its drops. Oh, you pulled a Lyra? I only have one Yukong. Okay, so here's a problem I had like 2 weeks ago. When July started, so not even 2 weeks ago, because I wanted to get the rail passes for July, and I couldn't buy them. I did not have enough Star Forge glitter, whatever it's called in the game, to buy the discounted summon tickets for the month, because I had not summoned at all. Ever. So I had to use like a bunch of my tickets so that I could get tickets, which is a good investment. But I was really surprised by it. And I ended up getting Yukong from it. I'm like, great. But at the same time, Yukong was very mean to me in the story. And I don't really like her. Like, me and my friend were talking about this. We're like, why would anyone who's played the story want Yukong? We meet Yukong, and she's an absolute bitch to us the minute you meet her. Like, she's just, nope, not listening to a word you say. Fuck you. I don't care. You're stuck here. Haha. And then, oh, here comes General. He's gonna let us do stuff. But like story-wise, like she's a dick. Like aesthetically, okay, sure. Lore-wise, she's a MILF. She has children. Like she's an adult mom. Like great, but she was also mean to me. I don't really care. Fuck. Yeah, it's a 135 weapon, so yeah, once you get all the drops, then you got a level. That is a big part to why a lot of people don't go after the Lucifer stuff, is the 135. I made 2 of them things, the staff and the spear. I enjoy it. It's a great combo. I mean, I'm holding it right now. Both of them. What's my third weapon? Horyu? Okay. I got mag powder? Oh my god! That was hype. Yeah, I saw the picture. You crafted your evolution. Good job. I heard you bought a lot of the weapons though. You didn't want to enhance and smelt weapons for 5 to 10 hours like me. Oh, that's the worst part. But I mean, hey, whatever's more efficient, right? Oh, 6? Fuck. Did you really make the weapon at that point? That's like that's 85% of the craft. I'm just thinking about it, like that's a disproportionate amount of weapons you didn't make. Like all I can think of is like, did you really help make the, like, as an example, like if the woman does all the work, did you actually help make the baby? Like, obviously yes, but it's funny to think about. But no, I mean, it's good that you have it. That's great. Like, are you making it a holy, like, what's that move called? Sunlight Strike? Are you making it like a Sunlight Strike weapon or a Thunder weapon? Judgment Cross? What are you doing with it? Fuck, 6 weapons. Wow. Thunder and skills and holy ogres? Really? Because the weapon only has like 40 holy or 40 lightning on it. And I think it's like 80 or 100 holy, but it's only like 40 lightning. Which is why as a spear player I just put ice on it. Like we don't have holy skills. But the spear is so good because you get the 30 vitality. Oh, best thing ever. I think all weapons should have vitality on them. And I'm not just saying that because of spear, I'm saying that because vitality is just great to have. Extra HP, extra defense, extra spear ability. Hell yeah. Huh. That's crazy, 114 hits that quick. Talking about Oni though, I feel at this point in the game, I think any Vanguard that's you maxed out should be insta-charge. Like, if a Vanguard's 5-scroll, they should be insta-charge. Yeah, I think Gentoku was telling me that the summer event with Eyasu's coming back, and they mentioned something else, but I don't remember what it is. But they were saying Eyasu's summer event. Which makes me wonder what's gonna be there. Like, Eyasu's gonna be there, but I don't know what else is gonna be there. Like, I guess that lets us get that little mount robot guy, right? Denke? But I've only heard about it, like, I don't know. Oh, the watermelon event's coming back? Oh my god. That's awesome. That's super good. That's gonna be fun. You know what would be the best? You know what would be the best take on the watermelon event? If when you did it, you played as a random Vanguard. That would be the funnest thing. Like, every time you go in, you're just a random Vanguard. That would be fun. Like, unlimited timer, you're just a random Vanguard when you go in. I would enjoy that. Because it would be like the bug catching festival. Like, it would be like that kind of stuff. But you're getting a random Vanguard. That would be so fun. Because that's what the summer event should be about. It should be about fun. It shouldn't be about, like, oh, getting the next power creep or whatever. It should be about having fun and having an exchange shop that helps you out and having fun. Like, I'm getting really tired of games not being about having fun. Like, a lot of the stuff I see nowadays, and it's like, get this character or else you'll fall behind, and it's like, okay, I'll fall behind. What next? Siegfried would be good at popping watermelons, because you have, like, Gros Rocher, where he spins and shoots blades everywhere. He'd be good. Azura would be good. Like, there's so many Vanguards that we can't even use Vanguards in those things, I don't imagine. But, like, and that would be the fun part, to see these different characters, to try them out in these different scenarios. where you want to pop as many balloons, watermelons as you can. Because aside from that, everyone's just Fujin Circle Dance Sublime, Fujin Circle Dance Sublime. Like, it's already been expedited to the point of we already know what it's going to be like. You go in there, Fujin Circle Dance. You go in there, Fujin Circle Dance. Why? Because it's AoE. Hey, Onigiri Kit Kat. I haven't had a Kit Kat bar in a while. Like, I think the last chocolate bar I had was a Reese's Pieces. Hey Kit Kat, how you doing? What's your favorite Vanguard, Kit Kat? And everyone in the chat can answer that too. What's your guys' favorite Vanguard? My favorite Vanguard is like Ibaraki slash Kirin slash Nidaime. I heard about that. They're gonna fight. I doubt that's ever gonna happen. Like, they'll probably do it, but it'll be in the metaverse. Like, they'll be doing like Wii Sports boxing. Although I would rather watch that. I would rather them have to play Wii Sports boxing for like an hour. And then the winner has to face Matt. Dun, 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 dun. I'm pretty consistent with these runs. It's usually like a minute and a half or under. What time is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, the event's still going. I think we got till next Thursday. Oh, his name is Dullahan Envy? I didn't know that. You made a clip doing how? Nice. What's that? You talking to me or Kit Kat? Oh, me? I still need to, yeah. Someone was saying that Ibaraki works on him. And all I can think about is, like, I'd get stunned 50 times, but I would fucking try it. Well, that's great. How much are these? Oh, I'm buying these. About time. It's because, like, she's beast type and she's, like, dark. I wonder if you could drink the dark alcohol first. Okay. I'm gonna do another, well, an energy restore worth of these runs so I can buy, like, some things. The next event shop will have Shigaraki's in it? Holy shit. But will they have pelts? That's the real question. Do you think they should make a Purg that's Fire Dullahan? And it's a dark fire weapon to go with the mags? I'd be down for a Fire Dullahan weapon. Like a dark fire with, like, I was talking about it earlier, but, like, it would have the same swirling aura but another fire one on top of it that's, like, looping with it just enough so that they're swirling. Oh. And it does that big firebomb he does when he puts his hand on the ground. Oh my god. Like, have you seen him do it? Like, he puts his hand on the ground and it just makes a bunch of fire explosions. Like, I would love that. Like, instead of the hands. Like, I think that was the best thing to come of the Dullahan event, was Purg starting to have skills that were actually, like, really good on them, not just the one in the shop. Because, like, the Dullahan Hanzogi's fantastic. Cursex Cannon, fantastic. That's crazy how much damage is getting outputted here. Like, it's like 4 million a hit times 68. Like, that's so much damage. Watch out. That move right there, he just put his hand down and fire came out. That would be so cool. Like if it tracked the end. Oh, he's dead. Oh. I was like looking for the next head. Always looking to get some head. Does he take damage from holy? Not much. Although I'm not built for holy, mind you. But... You have a silly question on asking something about PlayStation and a web browser. I know that PS5 does not have a web browser. PS4 had a web browser, you could watch anime on it and all this stuff. But I know that PS5 does not have an internal web browser. Same thing with the Switch. They do not have, like, they have the capacity to use a web browser, but they don't have web browsers that you can just choose to use. But I'll open up my stream because your whole comment got cut off. I don't know what you actually said. But I'll open up my stream because your whole... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't. They don't have a web browser. I don't know why, but it gets muggy at night here. Like, I said the same thing. My friend was over yesterday, and like 2 hours after, around this time, I'm like, it's getting hot. And he's like, it's been hot all day. And I'm like, no, it's just getting hot right now. And I don't get that. Oh, Haruka, you like anime. You've been watching a lot. Recently, my friend was showing me some shows. You've probably seen them, though. But one of them is like... Fuck. It's about a shinobi prisoner who gets sent to this island to find an elixir of immortality. Did you ever hear anything about that? Yeah. Me and my friend, I think we watched well, not all, but we watched 11 episodes of it yesterday. Like, we're watching the dub. Like, it gives me like Attack on Titan vibes, and it gives me, because I was asking if you liked Roka no Yusha, and it's kind of like Roka no Yusha too, because you're seeing all these different perspectives, but it gives me Attack on Titan vibes. Like, it's made by Mappa, who did one of the seasons. Yeah. And then we watched another one, which I think I like more, but it's just really, like, fun. It was like a goddess in a world, helping a goddess in a world that has no gods. I think that's what it's called in English. I don't know. But it's so fucking funny. Oh my god. But it's also, like, interesting. It's so interesting. It's so fun. And the animation's top tier. You ever see that one? It's so good. You ever, like, you know the part where they got Roy and he's driving the tractor? Oh my god, man. When he's riding that tractor, that is the best animation I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, me and my friend are talking about it, like, they know they're fucking up these parts, but they're like, well, if it's gonna be bad, we might as well make it funny or cringe. Like, so cringe that it's good. Like, that's just, they know what they're doing. Like, if you're gonna die, you might as well go out in style. Like, oh, man. I love that part. Yeah, like, we just saw that episode with, what's her name? Dakni. I think that's her name. Dakni. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch much anime anymore, but when I do, it's my friend's giving me the best stuff. And the best part's watching it and like trying to like come up with theories as you watch it. Because I'll be like watching it, I'm like, oh, I think it's this. My friend's like, I can't say anything because I've already seen this. And I'm like, okay. And then like 2 minutes later they answer my question in the show. I'm like, okay. Yeah, the low, that fix, yeah. Exactly. Like, they'll do it in, like, pixel art, or they'll make them, like, low-res and shit. Or, like, 3D for no reason. Like, oh, man. The anime Kit Kat, it's something, like, I'm pretty sure if you look up, like, helping a goddess in a world without, in a godless world, helping a godless in a godless world, I'm pretty sure it's that. Something in a godless world. For half a second, I thought I was using fire to fight him. Oh, I thought he hadn't lost his head yet. Okay. Wait, what? Why would they make Abyss twins? There's two Abysses now. From the same person. Why? Why would they do that? Why, though? Fuck. But you're not winning. That's like, I'm gonna max out. What would that be? Like, I'm trying to find what is the equivalent of this? What is the equivalent of that? That is like spending $1.5 grand on maxing out like Kenshin to 150 from 0, when at the same time you could have been rolling for a catchy. Like, that's what that's like. That is like, I'm gonna max out Kenshin to 150. Yeah, it's good, but that same money could have went towards a catchy, which is better in every way. What is that? Like, to make the conscious decision to do that, I'm going to go change my donate button to just Abyss Purg and see how many people click on it. Because maybe my donation button will turn into Abyss Purg, and people will just put money into it. That would be fantastic. How do I repair my alcohol? There we go. Wait, what? I didn't even check what I could get. Oh, I didn't get that many drops at all. Yeah, repair my alcohol. Exactly. Wait, that's not the hat? Oh, no. I thought that was the hat. Oh, well. I'll get the hat another day.